Hello, everypony. I'm going to be ranting about some of the shipping I've seen in My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. And this is 10 seconds flat with a 10 at the end. And this is indeed my first video, so please show some patience.
Don't worry, I'll go easy on you.
Thank you. Alright, the first one I'm going to talk about is Apple Dash, which is Applejack and Rainbow Dash.
Kind of a weird relationship they might have since they share the same voice actor, so isn't that like masturbation or something?
Some of the pros and cons. For pros, Applejack and Rainbow Dash are probably the two most alike of the main six. They're both extremely good athletes. So the con of that, though, is they would provide each other competition, and with Rainbow Dash being arrogant and hating losing, as she has even said herself, that would probably end up to a bit of conflict.
Because everyone knows that every little bit of conflict is just horrible for a relationship, you know. Just gotta be easy peasy, lovey dovey.
And Applejack is also very stubborn, so is Rainbow Dash.
You might even say she's as stubborn as a mule. Oh, that was horrible.
So that might lead to some argument. So overall, I would rate this one about a 6. It could work, but there are a lot of complications, and something tells me Rainbow Dash would not like to give to those complications.
First of all, nice job cutting off at the end of your sentence. Good editing. Secondly, I want to expand on my little conflict argument here. See, even the best of friends fight and disagree over things, so why can't lovers? That's all I'm saying.
Alright, the next one is Flutterdash. This one is one of the more famous ones. It's Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash. I think this one would work a little bit better than Apple Dash, primarily because they're both Pegasi.
Hey, good. Now I gotta stop you right there. What you saying about Pegasi only date within their race? That be prejudice, my homie.
And they've known each other probably the longest of the main six. Fluttershy is encouraged to be more assertive by Rainbow Dash, and Rainbow Dash is always just a little bit easier on Fluttershy.
You know, I have a feeling that everybody is easier on Fluttershy. Otherwise, you just end up like Gilda and get a party thrown. That doesn't sound like a bad idea, actually.
So, out of 10, again, I would give this one about
I'm just gonna pause it here to let you guys know. The next picture is gonna be censored. I'm gonna let you see why.
a 7. Because some of the complications, like the fact that Rainbow Dash has gotten irritated with Fluttershy in the past, like Dragonshy, for example, would probably lead to some conflict.
Oh my god, that's horrible. Oh, they disagree with each other? They have different personalities? Oh, the pain.
But Fluttershy's compassion would probably be able to solve it pretty quickly.
Well, yeah, because who could resist this?
You're going to love me!
That might actually be one of her arguments during their little disagreements.
Twilight and Trixie. I don't even know who started this, and I don't even understand why he did.
At least it has a catchy name. Twixie. Sounds like a candy bar.
Because this is one of the absolute worst shippings I've ever seen, ever.
It is an absolute blasphemy against God!
I mean, they hate each other. Trixie hates Twilight because she sort of showed her up, and Twilight hates Trixie because she sort of drove Snips and Snails to bring an Ursa Minor into Ponyville.
Not exactly sure they hate each other. It's just rather that they came off with bad first impressions. I mean, you haven't even seen season 2 yet. She could be a completely different character. I mean, who knows?
So I would give this one, the only thing they have in common is they're both good with magic. Except Trixie. She's okay with magic. Twilight's awesome with magic. So I would give this one, honestly, about like a 2.
If this is the worst ship you've ever seen ever, why'd you give it a 2 out of 5 instead of a 1? Might want to choose your words there carefully.
Because I'm not going to say 1 because I don't want to sound completely biased.
Oh, well, excuse me then, princess. I thought this was just an opinion video, not a I checked my facts because I know how shipping works video.
But whoever made that doesn't know a thing about shipping. Pardon my lack of pictures for this one. I couldn't find very many, but Soren and Rainbow Dash, I call it Soren Dash, is my favorite shipping, probably.
Oh, oh, I see where this is going. Mm-mm. It's 'cause they're both Pegasi, isn't it? Huh? Huh? Racist bitch.
Um, Not only is it, um, heterosexual,
Yeah, man, fuck them gay bitches. This heterosexual stuff is where the real shit's at.
um, they have so much in common. They're both very good flyers.
A main character has so much in common with a background character that was only shown in one episode with like 2 or 3 lines of dialogue. It makes so much sense.
They're, Rainbow Dash is going to be a Wonderbolt, I'm pretty sure, sometime. Like, probably not in the time of the series, but she will be a Wonderbolt, because, she's the only Pegasus to pull off a Sonic Rainboom.
You know, this is totally not going to happen in the series by my opinion, but, you know, I still think it's going to happen regardless. Total gut feeling.
Twice. But they're extremely in common. I'm sure Rainbow Dash probably doesn't look half bad. She's an athlete. She's probably very well toned. And Soren tends to be. I kind of picture Soren as a ladies' man.
Kind of sounds more like wishful thinking than character speculation.
For some reason, I just do. But, I would give this one about a 9. The only thing that might go wrong with it is if she does get into the Wonderbolts, there might be complications, like with work and then relationships.
I'm pretty sure that athletes pretty much just either work out or practice their sport, which is kind of what Rainbow Dash does already. And yet she still has time to hang out with her friends, so it would make sense that her and her little background boyfriend, Pony, there could still hang out and do whatever they do.
But other than that, I think this one is one of the more good shippings that I've had to see in watching My Little Pony. Alright, time for yet another Rainbow Dash shipping. A lot of people like to ship Rainbow Dash, but this is Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash. I call it Pinkie Dash.
I kind of get the feeling that Pinkie Dash sounds like a fighting move that Pinkie Pie would use in some sort of like fighting game or something. But that's off topic. Let's continue.
You may call it something different. Most people do. But, this one is kind of interesting. It's not the best, but not the worst in my opinion. First off, Rainbow Dash seems to get pretty annoyed with Pinkie Pie a lot.
I wouldn't say a lot. More like I would say just every once in a while. Oh no, I think I smell some conflict coming up.
So, that would be a huge problem. Pinkie Pie is annoying sometimes, I will admit. Even though she's one of my favorites, but still. But, good thing they have in common, they both like to pull pranks, obviously. They're both, they kind of live life to the fullest, both of them. They're both somewhat optimistic, except in Sonic Rainboom. But, so overall, I would give this one about a 7, maybe a 6.
Oh, look, Pinkie Pie is looking at Cupcake. This isn't, symbolizing anything at all.
Yeah, probably a 6.5. But, yeah, this one, quite interestingly, the ship fix that I've sometimes read when I get bored.
It's like you're implying that some grim, dark, gory fanfic is somehow a ship fic? What are you talking about?
The Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash ship fics tend to be the worst. I don't know why, they just tend to be the worst. The Flutter Dash ones tend to be the best. But, yeah, so, this one I'm kind of indifferent on. Alright, my last one is Spikety, Spike and Rarity. And this one has some major flaws about it. First off, dragons and ponies have been shown to have a huge difference in, lifespan.
Try explaining that to Princess Celestia and Princess Luna as well.
For example, dragons take naps for 100 years, and ponies were thinking 100 years, oh my god, that's so much time. When dragons think of it as like a 3-hour cat nap. So, there's gonna be some age complications. Rarity would be like really, really old. And Spike might be like a late teenager at best.
That actually makes the relationship a lot more interesting. Just that sort of tragedy behind that. Just it kind of adds some depth to the story.
Secondly, what would happen if a dragon and a pony had a baby? I don't want to know what that would look like.
Hey, if it can happen in Shrek, I'm pretty sure it could happen in My Little Pony.
It would probably look like a train wreck mixed with a nuclear explosion. So that would be ugly. The only really redeeming factor is Spike and Rarity get along very well. Spike is shown to be extremely loyal, so that would probably be good. If Spike was a pony, or if Rarity were a dragon, I think it would work perfectly. But since they're not, I'd give this one a 3, maybe a 4 at best, probably a 3.
So despite what they have in common in their current relationship, they just cannot make it as lovers because, they're just as bad as Twilight and Trixie on this scale. So that's gotta be bad. Also, you still hating on interspecies relationships.
So, sorry, Spike. Alright, I've covered most of the shippings that I've mainly seen, the more popular ones. So, watch out for some of my other videos.
Well, there's not much else to talk about after this little part, so that's it. Next video, not sure when it's gonna be uploaded, but it'll be soon, okay? Peace.